fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I'm going to be looking at 2013's Open Grave. Directed by Gonzalo Lopez Gallego, and starring Sharlto Copley, Thomas Kretschmann, Josie Ho, and Erin Richards. And this film is about a man who wakes up in an open grave full of corpses, and after escaping this grave, he has no idea who he is or where he came from, and he runs into 5 other individuals who, like him, have no idea who they are, what they do, and where they came from. Before I get into the review, if you do like what I do on the channel, consider clicking the like button and subscribe to the channel for more reviews coming all the time. But without further ado, let's get into this review. So to start off with, this film had a nice little premise for me. I was going through Shudder trying to find some horror movies to watch to branch things out away from the big popular ones. And this caught my eye based on the premise. Unfortunately for me, the premise didn't really deliver what I was expecting from the film. This film has an issue with character development, and character motivations are constantly changing throughout this. Yeah, that is part of the course for most films. But this one, for a situation where 6 people all don't know who they are and don't know if they know each other, they all seem to be at odds with each other very quickly. They are very quickly to not trust each other. And it's not very good when it comes to advancing the story. The only character I felt like was genuinely a nice character, the only likable character that was there, was actually the mute woman. There is a mute woman in this who can't speak, she can only write, and she has to try and communicate through hand gestures and pointing to different things. It's one of those where this film rode a lot on the character development side of things, and unfortunately for the most part, it did fall flat. Now, the mystery of the film, it's interesting enough, but there are some things that are set up that don't really mean much come the end of it. There is a door in this that is built up, but when you see what's behind this door, it's basically a pointless plot thread. But as things are unravelling as the film goes along, it's interesting to see it play out. It's interesting to see these different little reveals. Overall, I was satisfied with the meaning behind the film, what sort of film this was, but there are a lot of predictable elements along the way. There was nothing about this film that really advances or changes the genre in any way, in any sort of meaningful fashion. And like I say, it's very hard to get behind these characters when even our main characters just aren't doing that much that is likeable. We're expected to like these people, but they just really fall flat for me. There are several times where characters go from one extreme to the other very quickly. There's no gradual transition of this. They just end up going nuts from the get-go. The open grave is an interesting concept, and I feel like it's very underutilized. And there are a number of effects in this. Now, with any sort of horror sort of movie, you're expecting some form of effect, especially when it comes to deaths of characters. And unfortunately, the visual effects, like the special effects makeup they put on for any open wounds and such, really don't work for me in any way, shape, or form. Not once do I feel like these characters are actually in mortal pain. There's a whole big deal about a wound that one character has in their arm, and it looks like practically nothing. It looks like a scratch that you could just stitch up, and it's played to be this big wound that's going to be a big thing later on. It doesn't go nowhere. This is one of those films where a lot of plot threads just don't go anywhere. While I did have some enjoyment of this, and it was an interesting concept, and the unravelling of things were interesting, the thing with these sorts of films is that you're going to have a slow mystery unravelling about characters finding out who they are. You've got to be able to root for the characters, and that doesn't really work for me, which is a shame because there are some good actors in this. Our main man was the lead figure in District 9, which is an all-time classic, and Erin Richards, I know her from Gotham as Barbara. While she's a bit campy at times, she's at least more fun than watching Gotham than she's in this, where she seems to have one facial expression the whole way through. You can tell there is talent on screen here. The script just doesn't give these people the opportunity to stand out. There are some characters where they are introduced and they don't have a lot of time for us to really get to know them or care for what they are, and it just ends up making this whole film fall flat for me. It's really strange because it's nearly a 2-hour film, so I would have thought they'd had a lot of time to help us get to know these characters. But rather than having them discover things together, they spread it out. The characters are constantly splitting up for random reasons. There's characters that show up that just don't do anything. And like I said, there are a lot of plot threads that just go nowhere. Honestly, when I hit record, I thought I was going to give this a more positive review because I did enjoy it when I was watching it. It was pleasantly enjoyable. It was a nice time killer. But thinking about it now and talking about it now, I'm struggling to think of positive things from this. Apart from the nice mystery reveal, everything around this mystery just isn't that great. So overall, Open Grave, it's one of those films where it has a good concept and a good premise. It's a very tasty premise, but it lacks the character development and motivation that we require to help us go through these films and care about every single character. When you have a script that really underdevelops the characters, splits them up constantly, and has them constantly at each other's throats for seemingly no reason, you know they're just throwing in conflict for conflict's sake there. And that, for me, is what really pulls this down for me. I'm going to say that Open Grave is a lukewarm cup of tea. So, Open Grave, have you all seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Again, if you like what I do on the channel, click the like button, subscribe, and tell me what your thoughts are in the comments as well. Every comment and like helps the video get out to more people, and I've been really appreciating the support. I'm aiming to get to 200 subs by the end of the year because we are on a nice little steam train from it, and those that you that are subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Coming up, I'm going to be reviewing Let the Right One In and its American remake, Let Me In. And then I'm going to move to Ringu and Ringu 2 and hopefully Ring 0. Got a lot of stuff planned. I am very excited what is to come on this channel. And please hit the bell notification so you don't miss a single thing. But until next time, everyone, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. And I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.